All right, ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Yomiadu, and I'm the CEO of Europe Travels and Tours. For those of you who are seeing me for the first time, please, I want you to be part of this community. As I said, my name is Yomiadu. This channel is all about travels and is also about businesses. But today, I want to talk about the new Africa that is emerging. In my last video, if you have not watched that video, I want you to watch it, okay? I talked about black people migrating to Africa. Yes. So this is like the part B of it, or the continuation of it. You, as a black person out there, this is your continent, this is your space. A new Africa is going to emerge. I can tell you, in 2024, you will see Africa in a new way. New Africa is emerging, guys. So I don't want you, as a black person, I don't want you to be left out. I want you to occupy your own space in this new Africa, because if you don't occupy your space, wow, I don't want to say you are going to regret it, but that is the truth. You will not want to be left out. So I want you to, make sure you are part of what is going on in Africa, especially from January 2024. All right, let me quickly talk about the features of the new African nation, or the new African continent that is emerging. Number one feature is that there will be many businesses that will spring up in 2024 in Africa. Many businesses. Now, I know some people will say, oh, yeah, but there are a lot of businesses in Africa already. Yes, but I mean new businesses. Some people will begin to think outside the box, and they will come up with ideas that are fantastic, ideas that are so good, especially those in Africa. They are going to come up with different business ideas that will help this continent as a nation, that will help Africa, that will make us to become the pride of the other continents of the world. That is number one. Number two, a lot of blacks from outside Africa will begin to flood into Africa. Go and mark these words. A lot of black people who are of African descent, they will start flooding into Africa. They will come to Africa from the north to the east, south, west, central, every part of Africa. They are going to occupy this space called Africa. African market space will be for every African. That is point number 3. Are you an African? I want you to sit tight as we step into 2024. Sit right. Buckle up your shoes. Belt up properly. Sit up. Because the African market space will be for you as an African. When I say for you as an African, I mean if you are black, you have black skin, Africa is for you as from 2024. The market space will be for you. The market space is going to be for you. That is point number 3. Now, let me quickly go into point number 4. Point number 4, Africa will be without borders. Africa will be without borders. In my last video, I talked about Africa without borders. A situation whereby you as an African, maybe you are a West African, let's say you are a Togolese, for instance, you will be able to move freely from Togo to, let's say, Lesotho without visa. That is coming up. Without visa. African nations will be opened to all Africans. They will be able to move from one part of Africa to another part of Africa without visa. Rwanda has already started that. Then from what I gathered, Zimbabwe is doing something like that also. Then I think Kenya, they are also into such. I can tell you, 2024, African nations will be opened, and that means it will help businesses. Okay, guys, the last one which I want to mention, please, I want you to be very attentive. I want you to be very attentive. I see a situation whereby your space as an African will not be taken over by another person, especially by a non-African. So that will lead me to number 5. Non-Africans. When I say non-African, okay, let me put it this way. Non-blacks will also come to Africa in 2024 en masse, in large number. They will come to Africa because they will see that Africa is blossoming. They will see black people, they will see that black people are coming back to Africa to occupy the space. Black Americans, you know, in Nigeria, we call them Yankees. You know, those Yankees, those black African Americans, a lot of them will come to Africa. I don't mean they will come to Nigeria. Nigeria is just one nation in Africa. They are coming to occupy the 54 countries because this is the ripe age for Africa to blossom, to flourish. A lot of them will be coming. And as they are coming, that will attract people who are not blacks. They will also come in large number. They will come en masse to also occupy Africa. Now, if these people come, they are coming to compete with the blacks. They are coming to compete with the blacks there. Once they come, blacks, if we are not strong now, these people will come, they will overpower us, and you know, they will take the marketplace away again from us. And that will not be funny at all. That will not be good. Black Africans, blacks in the diaspora, Caribbeans, the Aborigines in Australia, and the rest of Africans, come back home because a new Africa is about to emerge. Come back to Africa. Come and establish something in Africa. Tech companies, come and start it up. Businesses, come and start it up. Transportation businesses. Now in Europe, so Schengen nations, you can move by rail. You know, you can go by train from Germany to France, from France to Belgium. You know, you can do that. Africa is coming to that. That is why I said a new Africa is emerging in 2024. Come and fill up the space, and you know, come and occupy the space, and make sure that you are also part of this move. I tell you, it's going to be a movement, and for you not to be left behind, the resources you have, bring it back to Africa. Agriculture is there. You know, God has blessed Africa with a good fertile land, as in arable land. Come and invest in agriculture. Come and invest in engineering. Come and invest in all manners of production, transportation, education, so many of them. Come and invest. Africa is rising. Africa is about to fly. Be part of that movement. Be part of that movement. Now, I want you to get me clearly. All I am saying now is not for you to abandon whatever you are doing in Europe, in America, and say, oh, let me quickly come to Africa because a new Africa is emerging. No, you must do it strategically. You must do it with good plans. Maybe you want to come into transportation, for instance. Do your research. Which aspect of transportation do you want to input into Africa? Do you want to connect two countries? Maybe yours is just connecting, let's say, Nigeria with Cameroon. Maybe that's the transportation you want to do alone. After doing your research, so if that's what you're going to do, come on, start planning it, then put it into place. Yours may be between West African countries, whatever it is you want to do. Start writing it down, plan it, and make sure you execute it. If you don't execute it, somebody, a non-black, will come and execute it here in Africa. They will be running transportation system for us in Africa. They will be running education for us in Africa. They will be running tech business for us in Africa. If we don't wake up now. Africa has population. Nigeria alone is close to 240 million. You see, Nigeria alone is close to 240 million. Why can't we spread all over Africa? If you are a black person, spread all over Africa. Africa is your space. Spread all over. Whatever endowment you have, go out and showcase it to the world. You will sell and you will be happy. You will sell and you'll be happy. From the north down to the south, that is your space. Go there, execute whatever you want to do. And I'm quite sure once you do that, you are also part of that movement. You'll be part of the new emergence in Africa. So guys, I believe you have enjoyed the video today. If not, if it is yes, I want you to give me a thumbs up. That's a like. And if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, please, I want you to subscribe to the channel, Hero of Travels and Tours. So till I see you again, I remain ever sincerely yours, Yomi Adu. Keep watching Hero of Travels and Tours YouTube channel.